Today we're going to see loops. Okay, what are loops? Loops are used when we want to repeat a block of code multiple times. Instead of writing the same code again and again, we put inside a loop. For example, we take in real life. If you have 10 mangoes and you want to count them one by one, you don't write count mango 1, count mango 2 up to count mango 10. You repeat the counting process until all are counted. These are the things occurs in the loop. Okay, there is types of loops are there. Python mainly has two types of loop. One is a for loop and a while loop. In while loop only we have plus nested loops and control statements like break, continue, pause. First we move for the for loop. For loop is used to iterate, that is go through a sequence like a list, tuple, string or numbers. It is generated by a range. Here we take a syntax for variable in sequence. This is a code block. For example, we take for I in range of 5, print I. That means it's nothing but it's print 0 up to 4 because 5 means range 1. Let me explain this process. Range of 5, it generates number from 0 to 4. It's not including 5 because it takes the index. I takes each value from sequence one by one and then print I line runs from each value. Next we move for a while loop. While loop is while loop purpose is run as long as the condition is true. For example, we take a while condition, that is a code block. Here I is equal to 1. While I is less than or equal to 5, print of I plus equal to 1. I plus or equal to 1 means I plus 1 is equal to 1. Like that only we want to explain. Here we output comes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here I give the explanation for the program. Let's start with I is equal to 1. Check I is less than or equal to 5. If true, run the code. That is print I. Then we move for I plus is equal to 1. It increased by 1 after each loop. When I becomes 6, the condition is false and the loop stops. These are the while loop conditions. And nested loop is nothing but a loop inside another loop is a nested loop. For example, we take for I in range 1, 4 or j in range 1, 3. Here print f of I is equal to I, j is equal to j. We put in this in the dictionary. Here output I is equal to 1, j is equal to 1, I is equal to 1, j is equal to 2, I is equal to 2, j is equal to 1, I is equal to 2, j is equal to 2, I is equal to 3, j is equal to 1, I is equal to 2, j is equal to 2. Then we move for a loop control statements. Loop control statements nothing but these control how loop became. In break, it exits the loop immediately. For example, we take for I in range of 5. If I equal to 3 means it break print of I. Here output is come 0, 1, 2. Continue is nothing but we skip the current iteration and go to the next step. For example, we take for I in range of 5, if I equal to 2, continue print of I means 0, 1, 3, 4. And pause is nothing but does nothing plays holder. It is a pause. Here we take same example for I in range of 5. If I equal to 2 means instead of continue we put pause print of I. In this we want what are the things we want to remember means wait, I will explain what are the things we want to remember here. For loop is generally used when you know the number of iterations. And while loop is used when you don't know in advance how many times the loop will run. We didn't know how many times the loop will run. So we give the conditions for while loop. After this condition is not satisfied, it moves for the next one. Like that we want to give. And always make sure your loop will end, otherwise you get an infinite loop. Indentation in Python is mandatory for loop bodies. These are the things occur in the loop conditions. And I already spaced that range is a range and iteration over collection, else clause in loops, infinite loops, and loop with index and value, iteration 2 sequence together, nested loop uses and performance. range we use range of stop, range of start to stop, range of start comma stop comma step. These are the things comes occur in the range. Thank you.